Hi, kids. It's your old pal Doc with another mostly, absolutely, partially true story. Today I'm going to tell you about how I overcame my fear of heights and water and learned to swim. So, back in high school, I met this girl. She was sweet, she was kind of cute, and she had other wonderful characteristics. To this day, I don't know what color her eyes were. We did all the stupid teenager dating things, and I got to explore her wonderful characteristics. We decided to get married like a couple of idiots, but I had no real job, no money, no opportunities. Like I said, idiot. Anyway, this was during the Cold War, and I was a patriotic kind of guy, which got me to thinking about the military. So I went downtown and met with a Navy recruiter. Why, Navy? His was the only office open. The Marine Corps, Air Force, and Army were out to lunch. Dude was a chief petty officer, and in his dress whites he looked like how you'd think God might have looked if he ever enlisted. He told me about the money and benefits for me and a young wife. I expressed my concerns about not being able to swim, and he said, "Forget about it, the Navy will teach you." So just like that, I signed up. So me and her got married in a quickie ceremony. I had a quickie honeymoon, consisting of a lot of quickies, and off I went to the airport to catch a flight from Atlanta to San Diego. I was scared shitless of heights, and unless I became an astronaut, this plane was going to take me up higher than anything on Earth. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, plane takes off and I start chain smoking my Salem Light 100s. Honestly, it was kind of fun, and I was sort of enjoying the flight, in spite of feeling like I would puke, piss, shit, and pass out all at the same time. Anyway, I get to boot camp, and boot camp stuff happens. Heads get shaved, uniforms issued, lots of marching, training, screaming, and the ever present odor of foot and ass one finds in barracks anywhere in the world. After a while, though, I started to feel like I would actually make it. Then it happened. The day came for us to go to our first survival at sea training. We go inside this big ass building containing the biggest pool I'd ever seen. Chlorine burned my eyes. I was not crying, and every sound was amplified and echoed forever. Our swim instructor popped up out of the water and spit a fish out of his mouth and said, "I'm your instructor, Chief Petty Officer Dick Grande, U.S. Navy SEAL. The most important thing you gotta know today is that it is impossible for you to die in my pool, so don't piss yourselves, ladies." He then asked if there were any non-swimmers. Now, non-swimmer in the Navy is the equivalent of being a dirty commie. I sheepishly raised my hand. I was embarrassed, but I also wanted to live through this long anticipated and dreaded day. He took us to the shallow end of the pool and instructed us on how to float. Lay back, eyes open, lungs full at first, and relax. You'll float. I laid back with my eyes open, my lungs full of air, and I tried to relax as I sank like a rock. I'm doomed. I expressed my anxiety to the SEAL, who told me I would be fine. Even if I drowned, the Navy would bring me back to life and then make me repeat the drowning again and again until I became a swimmer. My confidence soared. He then pointed to a skyscraper that he called the diving platform, and my heart and my wiener shrunk 5 sizes instantly. He told us to climb to the top, wait for his command, cover our noses and mouths with one hand and our giblets with the other, and then step off and let gravity take charge. A nervous fart escaped my sphincter as I climbed Mount Everest. Sorry, fellas. Eventually, my turn came. Little chubby Filipino kid stood next to me, and the SEAL gave the order to go. The Filipino stepped off and vanished into the distance, never to be seen by me again. I tried to go too. I just stood there making twitching motions like an idiot. The SEAL bellowed up to me, "Get off my tower or I will erase you." Now, I don't know exactly what that means, but his threat and my unending love got me to jump. I fell for about half an hour, reciting the 23rd Psalm a good 30 times, and then hit the water. I pushed off the bottom with all my might and broke the surface. "Help, I can't shit." I mean, swim. But the instructor saw my panic, and he was right there. "Open your eyes," he said. And just like that, I was treading water. I went on to swim the 2 laps and passed my first survival at sea, and did it for my country, patriotism, and, well, you know. The moral of the story, kids, is this: with a proper incentive, you can do anything you put your mind to. So until next time, this is your old pal Doc. Take care.